on Are You Bored Yet, we had a demo originally on that we just made on like Cole's laptop. We had a part in the second verse where my voice was pitched up, and it just naturally sounded more. I just sounded more kind of like a female, really, and then it sort of had a bedroom pop vibe. The demo, and it reminded us of like Pretty Girl or something by Clairo. So we always had this little thing that was like, oh, if we actually got Clairo on the song, that'd be rad, without ever expecting it. But then we happened to, on tour, make friends with a couple of her friends, and I got connected with her through just Instagram or something. We would talk here and there, but then we had recorded the majority of the song after that, and we had that second verse open because we knew we wanted to have another voice on the album. Like to have a girl on it was the ideal scenario for us. We just decided to hit her up and say, would you want to be a part of this, and send her the tracks of the song, and she wrote back a couple days later and was like, yeah, I'm down, I'm in LA right now. Came to the studio, recorded her part, and wrote it in like 15 minutes, and then the rest is history.
Like, since we released our first single, Pleaser, in 2017, I feel like in a weird way from that song to finishing the album has felt like a chapter in a weird way. Like, I feel like now, like, we're ready for like the next chapter. Like, it almost feels like everything was like a snapshot of how we were feeling in those 2 years. So it felt like a natural progression from Pleaser to the album. And I feel like Spring was like a little, bookmark in the middle, but now we're closing that book on Nothing Happens, and now we're just gonna go off and do whatever we got to do for the next one. But yeah, it all feels like a kind of is all from the same quilt. You know what I mean? All cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. We've heard and people say that you have your whole life to write your first album, because we pulled so many little tidbits of ideas from stuff we wrote like in high school and since we were kids. But now that the first record is done, pressed, released, all that stuff, we don't have that old material to pull from anymore. So it feels like a total fresh start in the best way.
When I watched it Downtime on the Road, I started Game of Thrones at the beginning because I always had this goal of being ready for the finale by the time it aired. Really, I was 6 episodes deep into season 1 when the night the finale came on, the series finale of the show, and there were so many people on the bus in our group that were like big fans. Were going to watch, and they saw the episodes, and my girlfriend was there on the bus that night, and she was going to watch it with everybody. And I was just like, I care. I always wanted to be a part of this, and I care more about seeing her reaction to all these things and all these guys' reaction, like just being a part of this and having a good time, than like sitting in the back watching episode 7 of season 1 so I can get caught up and watch it by myself eventually. I'd rather just sit there and be able to like enjoy and see the reactions and everything. So I just totally cheated and watched the finale of Game of Thrones. So I've seen 7 episodes total, being the first 6 episodes of season 1 and the very last episode. And it was great. And for me too, I know a lot of people hate the ending of the show, but like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not. But like for me, I feel like a lot of it was callbacks to like early season 1. Like, and there was some things I was like, that makes sense to me. I thought that was cool, and they're like, no, it was horrible. I'm like, I liked it. Like I thought it was cool, but I haven't seen enough for context, I guess. But that was something. And this last leg of the tour, I watched all of Dead to Me on Netflix. That's what I watched, and yeah, it was awesome.
Cool. I like the show Barry. Great show. HBO.
We started watching on the bus It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I love it. I started watching it at home on my own accord, and it's freaking hilarious. I love it so much.